Hello everyone, it's Chef Henry once again from the Cooking School Uganda, and today I'm here at Ballerina's Diner continuing with our knife skills. I'm sure you enjoyed the last time when we did pineapple and watermelon, and today we're going to work with vegetables. Remember, the way you cut your fruits or vegetables affects your food in many different ways. The first way is the texture, depending on the size of the cut. The other way is the infusion of flavor, still the size. The bigger, the longer it takes to infuse flavor. The smaller the sizes, the quicker it takes to infuse flavor. So all that considered, you need to find a way of how you work with your vegetables, but also presentation and also ease in the kitchen. So the other time I talked about the chef's knife, and I'm sure now you know the blade and how to handle your knife, the pinching. We talked about the stable cutting surface. You remember creating a stable surface on our vegetable, rather on our fruits or whatever we are cutting. That I'm sure you know. Now today I have something interesting. This is a bread knife or a serrated knife. Now this ideally is meant for bread. However, today I'm going to use it for a different purpose, just to give you a trick in the kitchen to ease in your work. But there are knives that are purposely made to serve the purpose that you will see it serving. So the knives I have that I'm going to use. Now I have a variety of vegetables here. I have some capsicums, bell peppers. They come in yellow, in red, in green, sometimes in purple. We use them. Now usually we use the yellow pepper or slightly orange, as you can see, in our salad because this is more juicier and sweeter. So it's easily eaten while it is raw. And then the green one is slightly bitter and not as juicy as the other one. So in most cases when doing stews and sauces, we use the green one. However, you can use both of them either in a salad or in your stew. Then we have, of course, the carrot. And then we have tomatoes here. Now, there are different cuts. There are dices, there's julienne, there's slices. You hear all those words and you wonder, what are they talking about? Let me keep this here. Now, first, how do we take the core and the seed out of our bell pepper without actually destroying it? Easy and simple. Take your sharp knife. Remember a stable cutting surface. Cut that off. See that? We keep that because we shall use it. This has easily fallen out. Keep it here. Take your knife again. We also spare it because we shall use it. Now look at this. Take your knife and gently just create an incision and open it up. So you can easily pluck this out. Easily pluck this out. How easy and how simple is that? Then from that, you can now half it for easy working. And then you want to get yourselves easy, simple sticks. Just like this. Now, take your knife, let it tap the board, and gently slide it. Look at that. How is it? I love this. Easy and simple. It looks very hard in the start, but like I said, a little practice here and there, and before you know it, you have the technique mastered. So now, if you wanted dices, by the way, even from this, I can show you. Take the very sticks that we have created. You can take a few at a time. And then, depending on the size, take your knife and for whatever purpose you're going to use it, easy. So I have my spatula here. This just helps me to pick everything off the board. Just place there. Now, we have our beautiful sticks here, or julienne, depending on the size that you want, and we have simple dices. This time, I'm going to use the red bell pepper. Now, for this, we cut this off, and we had it halfway, opened it, and pulled out the core. Now, look at this time. Take your knife, and easy and gentle, cut off the tip. Now, you see, and this again falls out. We keep this, we shall use it later. Take your knife and break them. Break. break, and break. And then just seeds, the core, everything is out, and we have this. Now from this, still let it stand. So take that, you see that? Take that. Now this is the beauty of having a sharp knife. So this, now we have this from which we can get sticks, just like we did here, and I'm going to show you. Take your knife again. You see my knuckle is protruding to protect my fingers. The pinky is behind, the thumb is behind. Take the knife and again, remember it is back and forth, back and forth. So, now this time I'm doing slightly thinner than the yellow one that we did before. You see that? So we have a beautiful, nice sticks here, as you can see. If we want to get the tubes, I will first of all take this away, place it there. Now, my remaining bell pepper, I want to get tubes out of this. So take the tip of your knife and create even incisions, just like that. So it fans or opens up, but doesn't completely disintegrate. You see that? So it gives you something like that. So from this, now we can get our beautiful, nice tubes. See that? So we have our beautiful dices here. We also get this. Keep it there. I have another one here. Now, this one I'm going to do a different style. This time, I'm not going to take out of the core. I'm just going to work with it as is. So, I will get this, take my knife, and look at that. So, we have all the core, the head, and the seeds all here. And then, still, I'm going to get some sticks here and some dices. Using the same technique, take your knife, and the technique is back and forth, 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 just like that. See that? Beautiful, even nice sticks. See that? So we have our sticks from which we can get the dices. I want to take a very short break, but I want to appreciate all our sponsors for making sure the chef is with you in your kitchen this afternoon. We come back after the break and we shall learn more about the onions, the carrots, and the tomatoes. Welcome back from the break. It is Chef Henry again from the Cooking School Uganda, and we are learning how to use our knife and how to work with our vegetables here in the kitchen. Remember, in our previous episode, we worked with pineapples, we worked with watermelon. Now we have looked at different ways of working with the bell peppers, the capsicums. We got the sticks, we got the julienne from the green, we have the dices here. Now, just randomly, I'm going to pick carrots. Now my carrots here have been peeled and washed very cleanly, and I'm going to show you how to work with your carrots, probably 3 or 4 different ways, and then you're good to go. Easy. You can peel your carrot many ways. There are vegetable peelers. You can use the peeler to peel. You can use your knife to peel. You could even just work with your vegetables without peeling it. All you have to do is wash it clean. Mine has been washed, and so I'll put that there. Now I have my beautiful carrot here. Make it stand. Take your knife and go all the way down. See that? Now this is the beauty of having a sharp knife. Now, if you reach here where it's not very stable, you can now turn it around like this, and then, so you can have 2 piles like that, or you could make 3 like that, and if it was like this or like that. Exert some pressure to make sure you hold your carrot in place. Exert some pressure. Just take a very slight cut off. You see that? All we're doing is to make sure we have an even, nice, flat surface here. So we've cut off just a little tip, and then take your knife and gently, depending on the size of the sticks that you're looking for. You see that? Right, you have nice, beautiful, oh my goodness. Look at that. How easy is that? So I'm going to get this and just place them here. Beautiful sticks. And if you wanted them thinner, still it comes back to you. Take your knife and so you have beautiful, nice, even sticks. From these, we can now get the dices that we got here. Just compile them together, like that. Make sure with the knife, so back and forth. Sure. Perfect. We have nice, beautiful, even dices here. Take this. Right. Take my carrot again. Now, this time, like I said, take that. Now, look at what I'm going to do with this carrot. Now, I'm going to angle it slightly because I want to get some nice julienne sticks here. So, you see that? The beauty of having a sharp knife in your kitchen. That. See what I have? Now, even from these, you can just pile as many, depending on how comfortable you are with your knife. Take your knife and see that? That is beautiful, nice julienne cuts from our carrots. Ha 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 ha. I love this. Look at that. You can use them to garnish, you can use them to make a salad, whatever it is that you want to make in your kitchen. I'm sure by now you must be a master. One other time, one other way, you can take nice beautiful slices of the carrot. Take your knife and depending on the size that you're looking for, and if you can see, I'm putting my knife and I am not cutting like this. No, the knife is sharp enough, so put a little pressure, but the weight of the blade is enough just to slice through. Nice, beautiful carrot slices. Simple as that. You may have a machine. You don't need a machine for you to get beautiful slices or dices or chops or sticks or julienne style of cutting in your kitchen, just watch the chef here on NBS and you will be a master. That's enough with the carrot. I have onions here and I have tomatoes. First, let me work with this one. Now, this one is mostly used in salad. You want to eat it raw. You want to get simple sticks, just like we did here. Take your knife again. Create a stable cutting surface on your vegetable. Same this side. Now, there are two ways. One, you can take your knife and, you see that? Just an inch off the seeds and the membrane. How easy is that? That is why it's very important for you to have a chopping board in your kitchen. Now, usually, you don't want to discard this. You can keep it in the fridge up to 2 to 3 days and you can use it in your sauces, in whatever else you're going to do. But for this time, because we want to work with only the outside or the peel, I will keep this. So you take your knife again and still same technique, back and forth. See that? Take it again. Take another piece. I'm sure by now see that? Now we have beautiful sticks cut here. Now if you want dices like from the bell peppers, still just pick a few, still align them according to how many you can handle and pick a few more, still align them and now, that is one way of working with tomato, getting the julienne and the sticks. Now, we're going to get tomato slices from this. Take your knife again, create a stable cutting surface. Stable cutting surface. Take your knife and gently now, do not press the pineapple because the pineapple is very soft and juicy. So you don't want all the juices to be oozing out and the whole space getting messy. No, as I was saying, take your knife and gently get simple, nice slices. We have beautiful, nice slices here. Now I have a serrated knife here or a bread knife, so I'm going to show you a simple way of getting very nice slices from such a tomato. Now, you take your knife again. Now look at this. See that? Now, with the tip of your knife, or if you have a paring knife, you can gently and comfortably take the core out, just like that. Place this back here. Take your serrated knife again and see that? Now, I am not exerting a lot of pressure. If you notice, the tomato is very juicy and very soft. So if you're going to press it, then all the juices are going to ooze out. Yet you want to maintain that juiciness and freshness in whatever it is that you're going to serve. See that? How easy is that? Now, we want to get bigger dices, bigger cuts. These are slightly smaller, less juicy, but we want to get some dices from this tomato without messing up the area and very comfortably and easily. So, again. Now, you can have your tomato like this or you can have it like this, depends. So, if it is like this, take your knife. Now, do not go all the way. Go just up to like 3/4. See that? Then again, turn it at an angle, 90 degrees. Again with your knife. Then after, hold it like a tennis ball, just in place and firmly, but not squeezing it. And then take your serrated knife and how easy is that? So the bread knife does not only have to serve the purpose of cutting bread in the kitchen, but it can also give you nice even dices. How's that? So these are bigger dices compared to the first ones, but like I said, it's about the technique, it's about the style and working with what you have. And once again, I want to appreciate you so very much for being a part of the show. I want to appreciate all our sponsors, of course, NBS, as it's coming your way, as you can see it, always and anytime in your kitchen. The Cooking School Uganda, making sure you have all these skills and techniques. Now, that is enough with our tomato. So, now, here comes the biggest of all, the master of all. Many people dread the kitchen, not because of carrots or tomatoes or onions, not because even they fear to cut their hands or to burn down their house. They fear to cry while they are cooking. Now, the first technique, we can cut the tip off gently and comfortably. Now, if you look at the onion, you see all these waters, the juices coming out. This is what makes you cry when it evaporates into the space. So take your knife, or if you have a small paring knife, it will easily and comfortably help you to take the peel off. Now, the first thing is, now that we've not taken this out, this is what we're going to do. We're going to half our onion. Still, the root is still holding everything together. I'm going to cut once, but away from myself. Away from myself, away from myself, away from myself. You see that? That way you can never cry. I love this. Now, another style. Take your knife again, gently create incisions. Take your knife and again, we're not crushing and we are cutting away from ourselves. How easy, how simple. We want to have nice, beautiful onion rings. That the size, still, personal preference. Take your knife again and again, remember, you do not want to crush your onion. You just want the knife to easily and comfortably slide through, and then whether you're going to garnish, whether you're going to do any cooking, depending on the size that you want and the style of cutting, julienne, dices, there's no easier way or simpler way of working with your vegetables than this way. So there we go with our beautiful, nice onion rings, without crying, without tearing. I want to appreciate you so very much for being a part of the chef here on NBS. Of course, the Cooking School Uganda, some of our sponsors, and Ballerina's Diner, where we are at the moment, bring this to you. And I want to appreciate my crew that can bear with me all this time, doing all this without cooking. It is not easy, but thank you so very much. For you that is watching, keep it there. Next time you're in for something very interesting, you're going to love it. We're going to cook and you will eat before you actually eat.